was like, what were you doing with my drapes? The drapes that were hanging in the apartment. I never got the answer to that. Hi, this is Kari from Sky Properties, and today we're going to talk for a minute about pulling permits. So the question is, when do we pull permits? Well, I would say as a property manager, on anything big, we pull permits. If you went to the website for the LA Housing Department and looked to see what you needed to pull a permit for, I think you would probably have a heart attack because it's basically for everything. They want a permit for everything from counters to fixtures to everything. So this is what I would say about pulling permits. Take a look at the list of what you should and should not pull permits for. Make a conscious decision as to which things you're going to pull for and which things you're not going to pull for. And then that way you don't have to worry as you're going along and renovating things. You know what you're going to pull permits for, you know what you're not. And now I think you can pull some permits online, others you have to pull in person. It is not easy to pull permits. You have to be a licensed contractor or you have to be the owner. A random maintenance worker can't just go down and pull a permit. So the question is, what happens if you don't pull a permit on something that's really big? And I'll give you a example. We had a roofer who said he pulled a permit and got sign off from the city. He did pull a permit, but he never had it signed off. And when we gave him his final payment, he said, you know, he was going to attach the final approval and give it to us. And of course, the roof started to leak. And we went to the city and said, can we see the final sign off? Because the roofer said you signed off on this and that it was done perfectly and it's approved. And what we found out was that lesson learned, a tough lesson learned, because we found out that he did not ever get sign off on the roof. Sort of like the check is in the mail, the permit was in the mail and the permit never came and it's never going to come. And the other thing that I learned about pulling permits is that you don't have to actually close them out if you're a vendor. If you open them and the time lapses from when they're supposed to be done, they just sit there leaving it wide open. You know, now we will have to partially re-roof this building and it'll be on us.